Hi folks, TGIF today. It's a beautiful day in New England. It's about 61 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 degrees Celsius. I came home early from work today to see if I might be able to start the truck with the slightly warmer temperatures more easily. Fortunately, the truck did start. It didn't start necessarily any easier than yesterday. We had slightly cooler temperatures. It's about 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 degrees Celsius. But what I'm pleased to report is that the truck did indeed start after a second attempt. I glowed the plugs for 2 to 3 seconds. Then I turned the ignition and the truck turned over. And as soon as it turned over, I went ahead and nursed the throttle and was able to get the truck to start. So after I did that, I then let the truck run for a little while and I shut it off. And then what I did was I went over to the passenger side and I reconnected the oil pressure switch and the oil pressure sender, which were disconnected by the previous owner for some reason. Either that or they came disconnected. I'm suspecting the former, but in any case, you can see the oil pressure switch just to the right of the oil filter, and then off in the distance between these two hoses, you can see the oil pressure sender. So those refer to cables 1 and 2 on my wiring diagram. Cables 3 and 4 are these two here. I'm still not sure what those connect to. Nothing in the vicinity seems to be a pairing for them, so I welcome any ideas there. The thermostat housing is a little bit far away, so I'm not sure how those would connect up, but I welcome any advice on that. The reason I'm excited about reconnecting those is because when I did so, I went in and I restarted the truck. And I was pleased to report that the truck started just as it did the first go around. And that's important because what I understand is that if the oil pressure switch is faulty, or if the oil pressure is low for any reason, the EDIC, which is this device here with the rod, which is the electrical diesel injection control, will go into stop mode to prevent low oil pressure from compromising the engine. So what this signals to me is that the oil pressure switch and the oil pressure sender are functioning normally, and they are not sending a signal of low oil pressure to the EDIC. So therefore, I can confirm that the oil pressure switch, the oil pressure sender, and the EDIC are operating normally. So I'm going to now turn my attention to the glow plugs to see that they are receiving sufficient voltage to assist in the start of the vehicle when it is cold. So I do very much appreciate all of the suggestions and advice on trying to get this to go. I have absolutely no familiarity with the electrical system on this truck, and 24 volt is pretty foreign to me, so very much appreciate that. And let's see what happens next. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now and see if I can go out and find a digital multimeter to check on those glow plugs. And if that doesn't solve it, well, then I'll be coming back to the drawing board with you all. So thanks again, everyone.